Hey everybody, back with a new episode of Babylon 5. Last episode, things are starting to hit the fan with the Centauri because Delenn, Sheridan, by way of Lanier, have proof now that the Centauri are behind these attacks and they're about to get called out. I don't know what's going to come of it, considering this episode is called And All My Dreams Torn Asunder. I don't feel great. Leto went to Jakar wanting to make a deal with giving them genetic material to create telepaths for the Narn. And in return, they get money and chips and safety and potentially, you know, they're still looking for a planet of their own. They made the deal, but it's going to be a secret thing. So I wonder, we also saw her in Garibaldi's dreams. I don't know if that was just his extreme anxiety because, you know, Bester had been in his dreams before or controlling his mind. But it was her and saying that, you know, she was practicing all the stuff that the Vorlons gave her. So, I mean, she made the very ethical decision not to, you know, potentially give up information to the Narn in order to make the deal. So that was good. But like going in Garibaldi's head is not great unless that's not really happened. I don't know. I don't know. But Lanier really came through for us for Delenn. And I still wonder what's going to happen with him and like why he supposedly betrays Silent Shock. But things aren't looking too great for Londo and the Centauri, and it's about to get even worse, I bet. So let's get back into it.
You should sleep. It'll be morning soon. You'll need all your strength for what's ahead.
What do you see? Stayed there all night?
It's all yours.
The other shoe dropped?
There comes a moment in everyone's life when you have to do something you'd rather not do.
When they're ready to see you, they'll send for you.
Every right in the world to be in there.
Wonder.
Are they selling me out, Selling out my people, Mr. Allen? Without giving me a chance to defend myself, to rebut the evidence?
We will show you proof that the Centauri Republic is responsible for these attacks.
I mean, pretends to be shocked.
You promised that the Alliance would support any action that you, the member worlds, decided should be taken against those responsible.
We will begin our testimonies with Dr. Stephen Franklin.
All of the high-energy weapons used by the members of the Alliance share certain characteristics. Excessive light bleaches out the skin where it comes in contact with it.
And is that spectrum consistent with Centauri weaponry?
It is.
Our next statement is from Mr. Michael Garibaldi,
God.
Head of Intelligence for the Alliance.
Well, they're laying it
As
out.
Dr. Franklin mentioned earlier, Centauri weapons are designed to be used in an explosive rather than a slicing mode.
Do you have anything more objective that points to the Centauri?
This came from one of several individuals on the Drazi homeworld who ambushed me and killed the only surviving witness to one of these attacks.
Have you come here to drop off your evidence as well? On your way to tell them all the things you saw and heard? Or you're pretending to be my bodyguard on Centauri Prime?
I was not pretending. You knew something was going on. But I believe you never knew the shape of it.
That's true.
Until now.
I suppose I should thank you for respecting my privacy.
That's not
This is a joke!
the right move.
After we left Narn, many of our weapons and ships were left behind. The non-government could use these resources to throw blame on my government.
It's one last piece of evidence to consider. We wanted you to see it at the same time we showed it to the rest of the council. Lanier?
It's pretty damning. You know it's true, Londo. You need to go figure out why.
Any reactions, Ambassador?
Not until I speak with my government.
Well, there we go.
Well, when you do, relay the following message to them. The Centauri government has lashed out at its fellow members of the Alliance in acts of unjustified aggression. No, not aggression. Terrorism.
Yeah.
And there's only one proper response. As of right now, the Centauri Republic stands alone.
Maybe they didn't say anything because they know the allegations are true. What are you talking about? If something like this were going on, I would know about it.
The material is a deliberate forgery.
No, I can't accept that. I know Lanier. If he says he was there, that he saw these things, then he saw them.
Which leaves option number 2. That the entire incident was staged for his benefit, using
Come
materials and
on.
ships we left behind on the non-homeworld.
The Centauri Republic categorically denies any involvement with these attacks. We are the victims. Victims of an elaborate...
Sure, this is going to play well.
We will identify those responsible when more information is at hand.
Yeah, so you can try to pin it on the Narn.
Anyone firing on one of our ships will be considered committing an act of war.
Well, we're about to go to war again. Oh my god.
Appropriately.
The Council is satisfied that your government is behind these attacks. You cannot just walk away from this one.
Strange. I thought I was doing just that.
If you leave Babylon 5, you won't be allowed back on again until this crisis is resolved. Perhaps not even then.
Oof.
It is important that you stay here.
He knows they're
We need someone close at hand to show them the truth.
He knows they're
when it comes along,
lying.
to represent the Centauri while I am locked out.
You need him by your side. You need your car. You need someone. It's going to attach itself to you, Wando.
I wanted you to know that when Molari leaves Babylon 5, I will be going with him to the Centauri homeworld.
Yes.
What?
In the long run, he may be our only hope of ending this.
That's
He
true.
must be protected at all costs.
Have you told him this yet?
No, I was thinking of making it a surprise. These are the latest chapters of my book. Will you see to it that these reach Narn?
I will.
I'm starting to feel the ending coming, and it's making me really sad.
Have I ever told you that you are one of the finest writers I have ever met? And that it has been an honor to work beside you on the Alliance?
Not in words. But the thing about losing one eye is that it makes you look deeply into the eyes of another. I found in yours all the thanks I will ever require in this life or in any other.
Oh. Oh. Are these characters never going to see each other again?
You're drunk.
Oh, bull.
Oh, yeah? Come over here where I can smell your breath and say that.
I don't have to prove anything to you, all right? You got no basis for taking the moral high ground with me. No basis at all.
It's not about the moral high ground. It's concern.
You can't just have a few drinks and get over it. You can't justify it or explain it. You can't play the feel sorry for me game or you're no better game. And if I'm pissed at you, it's because I'm your friend. I know what you've been through to get here. I've been through the same thing myself, and I don't want to see you throw it all away.
If you turn me in, they're going to drop kick my butt, and I can kiss my career goodbye before I have a chance to fix anything.
Do you want to fix it?
I just need a little bit more time, that's all.
We'll create a buffer zone between the two sides, enforcing the blockade and turning the Centauri around while making sure that our guys don't open fire first.
You can rely on me. I'll get it done.
I don't know if we can.
I don't like the looks of this at all, Jakar.
Now you know what it feels like. I have seen this view of your warships many times. I didn't like it then, and I like it even less now.
Minister, you cannot deny me access
No
to...
one is denying you anything, Prime Minister. But there's a time and a place and a way of doing things.
This is White Star 43. We have an urgent message concerning the movements of Centauri warships. Please respond. This is White Star 43 to Drazi Centauri vessels. Hold your fire. Hold your fire.
Too late. Is this war? Are we going to war again? What about the peace? 100 years of peace.
We will inform Prime Minister Malari of all the details when he is available. Good day.
Yes, but... Oh!
Same, Veer, same.
council is up in arms over the fighting. Centauri cruisers have taken out several of their ships. It's going to take it out on you if we don't get out of here quietly. That's why he didn't send security. Now, the less we draw attention, the more we can avoid trouble. Now, come on. You want him, you got to go through me.
A fair deal.
Unless, of course, you want Malari. I mean, you know, he's far more responsible after all.
Okay, Dr. Franklin. Okay, Beer. Teamwork.
Look, we did everything we could to keep track of the Centauri. Apparently, one of them got past us, hit the blockade, opened fire on the Drazi.
Apparently.
Are we sure they fired first?
There's so many rumors floating around, I can't be sure of anything, but from what we can tell, yeah, they fired first.
Get out of my way.
He's right.
You don't want that smoke.
All right, everybody just back off. I know what's going on.
Oh my God, this is what they want.
I said that's enough! You want war. Is that it? You want a war? Well, you've done a war!
I'm afraid we must place your companion under arrest.
Don't.
You may have resigned, but he is still on the advisory board of the Alliance.
Where I go, he goes. And where he goes, I go.
Larry.
Don't worry. Even one as arrogant as this would not take it upon himself to imprison his own prime minister.
Oh, I don't put that past him. Londo, come on.
We are all born as molecules in the hearts of a billion stars. The flame also reminds us that life is precious. So many candles will go out tonight. I wonder some days if we can see anything at all.
This is awful. I don't know why do the Centauri actually believe they can take on the entire Alliance? Are they that powerful? What tech they have gotten, is it that great? But it feels like mutually assured destruction just because of the endlessness of this all and the dying of the light that Dylan is talking about here. Man, this was really hard to watch. I feel awful. Like that last scene between Dylan and Jakar, is that the last that they'll see each other again? Even though like we've seen a future where like she's in prison there, right? On Centauri Prime. I don't know. We've seen the future a bit. But like where Jakar and Londo are, like I can't see them being at each other's throat, literally, like they end up and they kill each other. I mean, it has to be what happens after the thing attaches itself to Londo, but I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. Because the fact that like Londo was willing to go with him, I mean, I think a little of it was a little arrogant to think that they wouldn't imprison him, but he went. Like he wasn't abandoning Jakar, and like that just means everything. They've come so far, and the fact that Jakar went with him in the first place. I don't think Londo handled it all well. I mean, he has to represent his homeworld and not show weakness or admit anything, especially when he's not sanctioned to do so. But, I mean, he's upset by all of this, and he doesn't know the extent of everything. I'm so annoyed that the Regent just gets to be indisposed all the time and doesn't have to answer for any of this. But it's not even him, it's what is attached to him. But we need people to know about this. And that other Centauri guy and many of them, I'm sure, are just fine with the way things are going because they want to end up eventually blaming Narn and blaming the Narn and then just, getting back to the way it always is with them. But this ain't just the smoke of the Narn. This is the smoke of the Alliance. And that is, you really want to take on all those White Stars? Those Rangers? I don't know. But, I mean, it happened. And you know what? Garibaldi did not answer the call. And, you know, I love that Zach did his best. We found out a little bit about Zach there. We've never really got a lot of backstory with him, but I think he's had some similar struggles, and he was trying to be there for Garibaldi, but I mean, it was all surface level for him. Garibaldi wasn't really wanting to quit. He just wanted Zach off his back and like went immediately back to it, especially when he knows what's at stake here. And, you know, Zach pulling out the gun is like, it would have gotten less people killed. Like, this is so destructive, and not just toward himself, even if he thinks it's just himself. Look what he caused. He wasn't there to make sure that firefight didn't happen, and things have kicked off now. I just don't understand, because we were told that there would be 100 years of peace. Where's that at? But in some fucked up way, that kind of makes me feel better if that proves to not be true, because that means maybe the future is different than what we've been shown. Because I want things to change. I don't want to, you know, lose the years of peace, but this seems incongruous to that. So I don't get it. But oh man. Sheridan just losing it in the meeting. I mean, I felt that for sure. Like, he's so frustrated. This is so frustrating. And he is bound to his word and what he said that they would do. And they have to. But it's so opposite of what they were trying to accomplish with this alliance, and like what we've been fighting for and what has already been fought for. So it's just like, oh my God. The cyclical nature of it all, the fact that it is never ending, that shit is so frustrating. And, you know, you want to be like Delenn and just concentrate on thinking about life as a whole and not like the differences and everything, but the similarities, and hold on to that basic similarity that we all have, and hold on to that, and not succumb to like thinking you're better than someone else, that like we're all the same. And that should be enough for us to eventually evolve past the need for this fucking conflict. But it's so intentional, like what the Shadow Legacies are doing. Like, this is exactly what they want. And it's so heartbreaking to see it happening again. And it just needs to stop now before it gets even worse. But I feel like what can we do at this point? We're at war again with someone that we were just in an alliance with. It's so demoralizing. What now? I don't know. But I feel bad. But like I said in the episode, I do feel like the end is coming. Maybe for the first time. Like, obviously this is the last season. I mean, I know we've got movies and there's like a spinoff show and everything. But for the first time, I'm really starting to feel the ending. And that's sad to me, because I love these characters so much. And like that scene with Jakar and Delenn was just, I was on the verge of tears, because I don't want them to not see each other again, and I don't want this to end tragically. So sad. Well, I think we are running out of episodes this season, though. I think after 17 is the next movie that aired, and we're going in, you know, in order that they were released. We're going in release order. So the next would be after episode 17, it would be Third Space, I believe. So, you know, we'll see how that goes and how the rest of the season is going to go. But I don't want to mourn these characters. I don't want people to die. I don't want to be without them. So I'm already very sad. This was a sad episode. I feel like I did when the Narn Centauri war started. Hopeless. Feels very hopeless right now. But I need something to inspire something to change. So we'll see what that ends up being, if anything. So until then, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back soon.